Alrighty, another Weekend Kingdom. Bunch of expansions present. What's happening here? So for draw, there's Diplomat is draw, Swamp Shacks eventually is draw with enough cards in play. Slay is draw, it gives you 2 horses. A horse is like a one-shot laboratory. So Slay is like a card you play this turn, and the next turn you get to draw. Kind of like a delayed moat. Villages, conditionally, Diplomat from a small hand size. Swamp Shacks is a village. Market Towns is a village. You get favors for Market Towns using Guildmaster. So you get a bunch of favors, and then you can play all your actions in the buy phase if you want. Trashing, Rope, Mint, Tanuki, Butcher. Market and Rope at the plus buy. There's also Tanuki and Butcher for gains. Mint can gain treasures. I kind of suspect this is going to be a big money kingdom. You can definitely build an engine here. Swamp Shacks is not bad. Play some cantrips. You have some ropes in play. Wouldn't be hard to make these draw cards. The big problem for the engine is that wall exists, which really punishes you for building big. Both because you'd have more cards in total in the engine, and also because engines tend to come back by getting a lot of the duchies. And then, like in a normal game, 2 duchies is a province in terms of points. In a game with wall, a duchy is effectively 2 and a province is 5. And if a duchy is only 40% as many points as a province, and estates are worth 0, essentially, it's really hard to come back if you lose the province split. And engines often, lose the province split and then win on duchies. So you don't have that resource available. So wall is the big thing. Throwing a spanner in the works of the engine. And then on top of that, money looks pretty fast here. Butcher and Tanuki are both phenomenal money cards. Pageant, I think Center does pretty well with Butcher in terms of just gets you to 8 consistently. You can start butchering province in the province, keep a very thin deck, probably even under the 15 card maximum of wall, and not take any negative wall VP and end the game pretty fast. So I think the goal is going to be like Pageant, Butcher, big money. You definitely still want to thin. How to open Pageant Silver. If you buy Pageant on 4, you get the +1 coffers immediately because Pageant is active when you buy it, so it will be active by the end of your buy phase. So you buy it on 3. If you buy it on 4, it comes with the coffer already baked in. Pageant Silver is a 100% guarantee of hitting 5. I think you can Butcher. Not mind buying Rope and dealing with the estates. Could be Silver Rope, Pageant Silver, Pageant Rope, and just not take the coffer. I think I don't like Pageant Rope. Doesn't seem that likely to hit 5. Not unlikely, but it's not likely enough. I think I'm leaning towards Pageant Silver. Love to get a Mint and a Butcher. I think it's the goal. I about went for Pageant Rope. Both are things that you want. Like if you could do this and hit 5, you'd be happy. I just worry about that opening hitting 5. Okay. Probably I burn the coffer by Rope here. I'm definitely hitting 5 next turn unless I bottom deck the silver. But I'm also not hitting a hand of like 5 coppers or anything, so I don't plan on buying Mint. I think Rope now, Butcher next, Mint soon. Let me briefly contemplate if Tanuki is better than Butcher, at least in the opening. Butcher will be better. Synergizes with Pageant, and then it's better at turning province into province. Tanuki is effectively like +1 card on a remodel because it always goes to the bottom of your deck, back of the card, and then you can play it from your deck instead of from your hand, so you don't have to draw it first. So unlike any other non-shadow card, the upside of shadow cards is you don't have to draw them, so they don't cost a card, which is a pretty big benefit. And early on, Tanuki could turn the estates into ropes. Tanuki seems worse at dealing with coppers if I end up having to do that. It's worse at dealing with provinces, but it does seem like it might be better just at this moment for killing estates. Turn them into a few ropes and then get a butcher. I mean, butchering estates into silvers also sounds pretty good. I'm gonna take the Tanuki. Having that card out of the way also increases my chance of hopefully lining up like a mint trash. Would be nice. Butcher now. Second silver. I'd like to have some coffers. Hmm. Beginning to think I might not get the mint draw my dreams. Unfortunately, mint you never want to buy this on 5-2, even if you can. If you trash your coppers too early, you just hit like two over and over for the rest of the game, and then your deck is destroyed. So you really want to have a hand of 5 coppers on like turn 4 or 5 or something. And the trouble is, by that stage, you have more stuff in your deck, and the odds of drawing a 5 copper hand are pretty low a lot of the time. So this might end up not being a mint game. Maybe we just trash the coppers with ropes, and that's fine. I kind of expect that's what is going to happen. I could consider mint here. Mint only trashes the non-duration treasures. That wasn't always the case. That got added to mint. Uh, I guess it technically was always the case because it initially wasn't on mint because there weren't duration treasures until the release of Astrolabe, the first duration treasure, or Contract. Anyways, duration treasures came out pretty late in Dominion's history, and the mint had to have the non-duration text added after the fact. Burn a copper, trash 3 coppers, and it becomes a much nicer butcher target. I think this is worth it. Love to trash more, but oh well. Okay. Tanuki, trash estate. Market towns, butcher mint. Does it make sense to pick up a guildmaster? Do I get enough of a village effect out of that? I think I'm probably fine playing 1 terminal per turn. 5 cards, 10, 11 cards. Might be province time already. Stick province. And a coffer. Tanuki gets to die now. I mean, the rare position of being ahead on provinces relative to the bot, and the bot having to come back buying duchies. Oh, dang. So this is a win, functionally, for the dailies. A tie on player two's turn is a true tie, and in the daily kingdom, the ties count as wins. Uh, if I were to ever trigger a tie as player one, I would lose the game because if you tie in points, then the next tiebreak is number of turns, and if you tie on player one's turn, you've taken more turns. But the bot took a tie on player two turn, so it's a true tie, and a true tie counts as a win here. But yeah, that's not bad. Um, I was thinking with I had a 12-point lead in the last turn that it was going to be smooth sailing, but the bot hit province gain, duchy gain, duchy buy, pays two duchy, so bought two duchies, gained a duchy, gained a province. See, that's quite a lot. It's also trashing two cards there, so it's like the first province is actually worth 6 essentially, and then the first duchy is actually worth 3 because you're not net increasing your hand size or your deck size. So yeah, nice save there by the bot to tie it, but not quite enough to do me in. What did the bot do exactly? It did do the rope pageant thing, which I was a little skeptical of. Buys a rope turn 3, buys a rope turn 4. Notably has not made any use of pageant yet, nor has it hit 5. Rope turn 5. Okay, the bot just collects the ropes. Tanuki has its first 5. And just more ropes. All the ropes. Butcher. Market. Interesting. The bot went a little bit heavier on ropes and had like halfway something of an engine cooking with Market and Swamp Shacks. The sleigh is also interesting to me. Um, really interesting. So something you could do with sleigh, for example, is like if you collide it with a butcher or tanuki, you can play the tanuki, trash something else, and then put the trash thing in hand with sleigh's reaction. Like if you wanted to butcher a mint into a gold and put the gold in hand, get it immediately. There's some upside of that. You don't really want horses in your deck because every horse is like -1 victory points, but you can always play all the horses and then not play your sleighs on the final turn, and that's not a big problem. Yeah, probably a little bit more of the kingdom actually, whereas I went straight for it. I'm not sure to what extent all those cards are worth it, but it's nice to see they're at least viable.